Okay, I have definitely a small list for that, and one of the biggest things when it comes to when you're talking about expats coming from North America to here to San Pedro specifically is just overall the sense of community.
Sense of community. Okay.
As much as folks expats will say, we want to get away from that North American lifestyle or stuff, having like-minded individuals, and especially a larger number of like-minded individuals nearby, definitely makes a big difference.
Nice.
I think, bear in mind, there's a census for this information, but I think
everybody has their own perspective, indeed. Yeah.
San Pedro has the largest number of expat community. I
would think so. Yeah, I would think it's the biggest expat center in our country at this point, for sure. Any other reasons why people choose San Pedro over other places here in Belize?
The fact that we have the largest amount of water activities to be explored in San Pedro nearby. A lot of folks come here and they come year over year to dive the same couple dive sites, to do the same couple things, and they never get tired of it, and they always do it. For example, right now I have a seller who the main reason they bought was because they've loved this place so much, and every year they come and do the dive sites. They do all that stuff, and every time it's a different thing for them.
Water, yeah.
So definitely the snorkeling, the diving, the fishing that they can do, that is one of the second best reasons.
I agree with you there as far as the water. It's a big pull, and San Pedro has direct access to the reef and everything that reef provides. Been very famous with scuba divers and scuba dive magazines for years and years and years. So thank you for that. Any other reasons for San Pedro?
Well, definitely the accessibility to goods and services, because when you're looking at, first of all, sense of community, you got it. And then you have accessibility to dive sites, snorkeling sites, you got it. But then you also need the accessibility to goods and the services.
For sure.
That triangle makes a lifestyle go round. And I think San Pedro is positioned in that way where it has already established those three things. For example, we now have a very well-equipped private hospital.
Excellent.
We now have way too many hardwares, but we have them. Construction materials, accessibility to medication, accessibility to all those things, goods and services. Bear in mind, because it is an island, it is a lot pricier than if you'd be living in Corozal or Placencia or San Ignacio. But definitely San Pedro has the accessibility to all those things. And the next thing, it has the accessibility in a much smaller demographic area. So for you to go to the hospital, it literally is a 10-minute golf cart drive from almost maybe any...
Very close. Big town, but a little town at the same time.
Exactly.
Here's one, I don't know if you agree with me, but I would say that San Pedro, another reason for people to move to San Pedro specifically, entertainment and fun. We talked about the water sports, but we also, San Pedro, nightclubs, bars, social clubs, membership, the cohesive environment, like you said, the community. I think that San Pedro, in my opinion, has the most of that in the country as a kind of a concentration of what I might call entertainment and social activities.
Absolutely, and I do concur with you. I would actually add, part of entertainment is the amount of events that we also have throughout.
Absolutely.
You have Lobster Fest.
The Lobster Fest is coming up, indeed. That's huge. Yes,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, now I know San Pedro is hosting more or larger music festivals, and we have that coming up as well at the end of the month. And a lot of things are happening. So yeah, that activity, that's one of the things that I would tell people why San Pedro. What else? Anything else that we can think of about why San Pedro?
Overall, when it comes to visiting, just so the Belizean people, I would say that's about the next best thing. And I think it ties into community, but a lot of expats come here and they make very strong bonds or ties with the local community, I would say I see a lot of expats come back and adopt a family, because they share so many good times when they're here that they keep coming back and they become part of that extended family. And I personally I strive from going from a place of not just sell you something, but build that friendship to the point where, I had one of my clients moved from the original place in the States, and they moved to a much nicer place now. And they said, Joe, get your visa and you can come for 6 months out of the year.
Right,
I'm like, dude, all right, hold up.
stuff.
I'm now moving for 6 months to the States, but you find that you build that community and you build those friendships with the locals, and the locals build that friendship vice versa with the expats.
Sounds good.
That
sounds like the people. The
Yeah,
people are a
absolutely.
reason that people go to
Absolutely.
and choose to move to San Pedro. I have kind of a fun one, a reason why people move to San Pedro. I think it's the golf carts. Because the majority of the vehicles on the ground are golf carts and not big trucks and what have you. I might be wrong about that. I don't live in San Pedro, but that's a unique aspect. You tell me what your feelings are.
Well,
on that
it's
one.
definitely unique, I'll tell you that, but you do not experience it too much enough for you to not like it.
Okay.
I can tell you, no, it is fun driving on a golf cart, and
Sure.
depending on the quality, but even if you have a really good golf cart, after a day of showing properties, I
Uh-huh.
tell you, I feel like I need to go for a massage.
All right. Could be rough on the back, huh?
Could be rough in the back. It was funny. The other day, one of my clients we finally managed to coordinate a time where we can meet up, and I could actually drive their Polaris that they brought to the
Okay. A
island.
little bit larger, yeah.
Oh my goodness! I'm
Much
like,
nicer suspension.
You know what? I am in the wrong business. I should start selling Polaris instead
All right,
of
fair
real estate.
enough. Hey, as part of that, maybe golf carts are more than they seem or not as great as they seem. What about walking? Would you say San Pedro is a good place to walk, to jog, to exercise?
I can tell you, I've run about 500 miles now since the beginning of COVID.
Okay.
I tell you, San Pedro is not the best place for walking or jogging.
Okay.
I mean, it's the best place for exploring if you're
Okay.
exploring it.
Yes.
Walking and jogging, no, because you have it goes back to the place where, okay, it's getting to a place of development where it's
Gotcha.
like, I jog to the beach, I might just break my ankle. I jog on the road, a golf cart might just hit me. It's a bit, it's a fun lifestyle, definitely.
Okay.
And honest to you, the reason also I'm going to San Ignacio is because I want to go and do some trails. I want to go do
All
some
right.
mountain running because
Okay.
it's just but yeah, I would say if you're looking for exploring in town,
Mhm.
there is still a possibility of
Okay.
biking. Maybe not. It's funny. I have a video of these two Americans in bikes.
Mhm.
Bear in mind, again, back to the type of development.
Sure.
10 years ago, there was a huge number of bicycles in San Pedro. Now there's very little.
Yeah.
I mean, people that use bicycles. But you can see when they're not from there because they're driving their bicycles and they're driving so panicked or maybe so
All right.
afraid that they don't know what to go. And then you see how a local drives their bicycle
Yeah.
and they just zoom to
Very
the golf
different.
carts, and it's just like, yeah, that's a local, that's a gringo. You see the big difference.
Gotcha.